Already crowned Section 4 Class A champions, the Owego River Hawks boys soccer team looks to continue their unbeaten season in the Class A regional finals. The Riverhawks taking on Section 9's Our Lady of Lourdes out in Ty Cobb Stadium. Owego tries to hit the ground running. Vasil Birch takes it. Shot blocked. Nothing would go easy in this one. Warriors able to strike first. Keeper out for the save, and that leaves an open net to make it 1-0. Owego trying to answer. This one in the penalty box will help. That leads to a penalty kick, and it's senior captain Matthew Higgins tying things up at 1. But this battle was not over. Zachary Cervoni tries the shot, but it's David DeVito there to tap it in to put the Warriors up 2-1. 6 minutes left in the first half now to give and go. David DeVito yet again. He's able to punch in the clean look. Owego would score another, but it's not enough after an undefeated season. The Class A champs, the Owego Riverhawks, lose 4-2 to Our Lady of Lourdes. Elsewhere around Section 4, Vestal boys soccer falls to Section 9's Goshen Central 1-0. In Section 1, Rise Neck takes down Shenango Forks Blue Devils in overtime 2-1 to advance. Then in a tough battle, Section 3's Tully takes down Southern Cayuga in double overtime 2-1, and Hamilton beating the South Courtright Rams 4-0.